Can Eddie Brock fix this giant mistake from his past? Let's find out in Venom Original Sin number one. Let's talk about it. Hello, everyone. Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Venom Original Sin number one. This is a new book from Marvel Comics. I did pick up a variant. This is the main cover is actually really cool, but I ended up picking up this variant, which is still really amazing. But I mean, Clayton Crane on he's one of my favorite cover artists. But this book is written by Steve Orlando with art by Scott Koblish and Matt Horak, colors by Yen Nitro, and letters by Travis Lanham. In this book, Eddie Brock has become the King in Black, with power over all symbiote kind through space and time. Could you blame him for wanting to use that power to go back to the time when Peter Parker wore the symbiote and fix a terrible moment in his past? Unfortunately, one small change can make ripples that can destroy a world, and Eddie needs to use his great power to put right what he has put wrong. Uh, I'm gonna start with saying this is a very convoluted story. There's a lot going on, especially because you kind of get thrown into the mix immediately. This is also it's a larger issue. It's about 56 pages or so. So it is $6.99. So keep that in mind as well. I think there's a lot of interesting stuff in here, right? There's a lot of Eddie. There's a lot of things happening. But man, it just felt to me like this story was very dense. Oh, a little impenetrable, especially for new readers. Like I I've been keeping up with Eddie's history for the past few years. Dipping in and out of any Venom books, and I just feel like this was a little bit of a challenge to just get a hold of what was happening because there's so much, right? Eddie and Venom have been through so much over the past decade or so, and just trying to use a lot of that. But I think Steve Orlando definitely has a very interesting concept that you know the team is trying to reach at the core of this. The art duties split up into two makes a lot of sense because not only I mean there's a lot of pages here, but also we're seeing different times, different eras of Eddie, and it really needs that specific different feel. But both artists really managed to capture the essence of what I think Eddie Brock and kind of his angst and his anguish that he's going through, but also just like Venom has to look cool on a book. And then seeing Spider-Man in the black suit is also a plus. You'll see some of the preview art scrolling around throughout here, but I think this was an interesting book. I'm gonna try to revisit this once it's collected, but I did want to pick up the first issue just to be able to talk about it here on the channel with you guys. Um, Not something that I'll put at the top of my pile right now, just because there's so much to read, and I really and you sometimes really have to prioritize your reading. But definitely something that if you are a longtime Venom fan, you're gonna want to check out because there's a lot of deep cuts that I think are very interesting. So if you pick this up, let me know which cover did you end up picking up. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of the book down in the comments. And as always, stay tuned because we have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.